Get ready for a surprise!
Good evening, Simon here, Explosive Action, and I'm back with another movie update, DVDs, Blu-rays, and I've got some books this time as well. This is for the month of March, and I do realise you're watching this on the last day of February, but hey, what's a day between friends? And we're going to take a look at these DVDs first. I should prefix this by saying all of this, literally all of this, came in the last 3 days. So no, I haven't watched any of it. This is really just to let me get it onto the shelves and catalogue these things, because I've had absolutely no time to get to these. I'm still watching the stuff from the last pickup. A good half of this came in yesterday when I went to a friend who has a DVD warehouse. I guess he buys whole collections and sells them on eBay and things like that. Occasionally allows people to go in and peruse the stock, and I found some good stuff, so we're going to take a look at those ones first. Horror. This is a cover I have seen for like the entire time I've been collecting DVDs and Blu-rays. I've always seen this cover, and that's because this is an ancient Elite Entertainment disc from 2003, and it's a film I've never seen, but that simple cover was always something that I was very curious about. I don't know a great deal about it, except for it's directed by Dante Tomaselli, who did a film that followed this called Desecration that Code Red put out. But this is the first film, I believe. So, yeah, it looks like a pretty interesting Halloween kind of watch. Like the photos on the back here show this goat. It shows mutilated things, and it shows spooky jack-o'-lanterns. So, it's just one of those ones that I'd seen the cover for ages, and it was on the shelf at this shop, so I thought, time to knock this one off, and it was like $5, so yeah, happy to get that one. Finally get to check it out, see what it's all about. I picked up this one. This is just called Blood. The people that watch this channel know that I like and subject myself to movies by The Asylum. This is one of their earlier ones. The Asylum films in their early run were very different beasts to the MonsterVerse Monster and all that kind of stuff they do now, and mockbuster Hollywood type rip-offs. They used to make independent films like this. This is just called Blood, and I think it is what we got here. It's genetic manipulation has turned a woman's blood into powerful, highly addictive narcotic, spawning an underground network of junkies that will do anything for a fix. I mean, that's a pretty interesting plot. So yeah, I'm going to get to check out Blood, psychological terror, and see what early Asylum is like. I wonder if they used film back then. I have no idea. We'll find out. Very cool. And I love me some crappy monster films. Creature features Killer Buzz. This is a New Image film. So not presumably not a Sci-Fi Channel film, made by New Image, a little bit more budget. I like all my New Image action films, so here we are with one of their creature features. It's got Rutger Hauer, which is, like, you'd expect they put his name on the front, but yes, Rutger Hauer was in the film, and Gabrielle Anwar, who I don't know who that is, but anyway. So I wonder how much Rutger is actually in this. It says it's in the tradition of Mimic, and it's got killer bees, so we'll see how we go. Looks like a good fun one. Rated R, always good time. The next one, this is a Sci-Fi Channel film. This was filling in one of the gaps. This is Never Cry Werewolf. Probably not going to be a good one. It does have Kevin Sorbo in it. But, the cover looks kind of cool, and werewolf films are always kind of interesting. So, I might get a good werewolf film out of this, or I might just get Kevin Sorbo hamming it up for the camera. Who knows? Hercules versus vampires and werewolves, sure. Well, we'll see what happens. Never Cry Werewolf. If you've seen this, let me know what you think. And this one is one that I have seen and I do own, but now I have actually upgraded it, which is not a thing I thought I would say about Python. The American release here is in widescreen. The Australian one was not, for some reason. They used the TV cut, I guess, which was full screen. So, yes, I'm actually upgrading Python onto a widescreen disc. And, we have Robert Englund and Casper Van Dien. This is another one that's was aired on the Sci-Fi channel, but it's not a Sci-Fi channel's movie. This was put out by UFO, and you could consider this one more a real film as well, sort of the answer to Anaconda, I guess is where they were going with this one. And it's a lot of fun. I found it's from the year 2000, so still has a bit of a budget, and again I think it was shot on film, so yeah, Python, it's a good one. I enjoy that one. The last of the DVDs is one that I actually got from Amazon America, so I didn't even use Amazon Australia for this. I got word to the wise on this that a stockist on the American Amazon had 15 copies of this way out of print, brand new, still in shrink wrap, and it was $49.95, which is ludicrously cheap. It is the Pinky Violence collection. This thing is way out of print. Don't know the story behind the seller that had this. It was fulfilled by Amazon, so that means it was in their warehouses. But it was gone within days. I got it, a bunch of my friends got it. This is the kind of thing I've been looking for a very long time. So yeah, the Pinky Violence films, so these are the 70s Japanese, sort of their sleazy girls and violence type films. You get boobs, you get bikers, you get guns, you get violence. Pinky Violence. So in this set, which is a lovely little set, you get you get the booklet thingy there. Actually looks more like a sticker actually. That is a sticker. Well, there you go. Booklet thing. You get Delinquent Girl Boss Worthless to Confess. Flips out. You get Criminal Woman Killing Melody. I haven't checked these out yet, as I said. All these things are new. Girl Boss Gorilla. And this one's in a cardboard sleeve thing here, which is, I hate getting those out. You gotta touch everything. And this is Reiko IK Sings. So I think this is actually, yes, that is the music CD. So yeah, pretty cool. Now I'm re-sleeving a CD into a slip on camera, which is just ridiculous. So I'll get back to that. Yeah, cool informational about the history of these films and the whole Pinky Violence subgenre, which is very nice to have. So I just showed some boobs on camera. Oh dear. Anyway, Pinky Violence collection. This thing came out by Panic House in, I want to say like 05. Yes, 2005. So as I said, it's been out of print for 16 years now, because they came and went, I think, pretty quick. So yeah, very, very happy to finally pick this one up. Onto the Blu-rays now, and we are back at that DVD warehouse that I was telling you about. 3 of these titles came from there yesterday. Very, very excited to get these ones. They've been on my list for a while. So House on Straw Hill. Amazing to find a copy of this sitting on a local Australian shelf, but there you go. It's quite an old Severin title from maybe nearly a decade ago at this point. Not entirely sure. 2013, not quite. We're getting there. This is one of the video nasties that was banned in the UK back in the 80s when it came out, starring a young Udo Kier and also, what's her name? Linda Hayden from Blood on Satan's Claw. Haven't seen this before, but I understand it's quite the sex romp, as well as a bit of the old ultra violence. So yeah, keen to see how these things mix. Apparently you get to see quite a bit of both the actors and probably too much of Udo Kier that I don't want to see, but anyway, there you go. House on Straw Hill, and it's a 3-disc set. What's really cool about it, obviously you get the DVD and the Blu, but you get Band the Saddest Videos, which is a 2006 documentary on the Video Nasties. So it predates the actual Video Nasties documentaries that was put out by Nucleus in about 2010 or 2011. And I did watch that. I watched that just before because I really enjoy watching, reading up about that crazy time period in the whole 80s in the UK and what they were doing with video censorship. And it was interesting to see. I mean, the story was pretty much the same story as the Video Nasties documentaries, but some different footage, and it went into different details for different parts. So yeah, a nice accompaniment to watch both documentaries. That was very cool. So yeah, House on Straw Hill with the Band the Saddest Videos documentary. Good stuff. Next one. This is Fangs of the Living Dead. What a great title, and I really, really like that cover. Isn't that just really cool? So this is from what's his name? Armando de Osorio, who was the director of the Laurel's Grasp and the Tombs of the Blind Dead. So that's what he's better known for. That's what made me pick this one up. Because Tombs of the Blind Dead classic, and I really liked Laurel's Grasp. And Night of the Sorcerers. That's right, there's the double feature. I'm just trying to remember that's the double feature that Shout Factory put out. This one seems to be pretty entertaining, at least by what it's written on here. A mixture of Italian Gothic and both Hammer and Universal Horror. Now that's just ticking boxes for me there. So, 1969. Looks like it should be a bit of Gothic fun. It's the usual. Inherited a castle from the uncle. Goes to see the castle in this remote village and learns the family history, and then falls under the spell, and then there's a clan of vampires. Hooray! It sounds very Hammer, so good fun. Fangs of the Living Dead. Checking that one out shortly, I think. And the last one I picked up from that wonderful DVD warehouse is The Manitou. I've been wanting to pick this up since it was released, and it just sort of, and I'm terrible with this, it fell into that basket of, well, it's not limited, it's not going anywhere, I'll have to get the limited things first, and it's collector life, right? The things that are unlimited release, they can wait until the next payday, and that just kept happening. But there it was, sitting on a shelf, and I got it for less than half what Amazon wants, so very happy. So the Manitou is one I've never seen, and the write-up on the back here. Surgeons thought to be a tumour growing on the neck of patient Karen Tandy, played by Susan Strasberg, is a fetus growing at an abnormally accelerated rate. Oh dear, she has a neck fetus. I assume that's all going to go terrible. Modern day medicine, she must survive an ancient evil's rampage of shocking violence. Excellent. And the beast is called the Manitou, so there you go. Looking forward to checking this one out. It sounds crazy, and I'm very, very slack at finally picking it up. Directed by William Girdler, so there you go, the Manitou. Alright, these ones are all the new releases that have come in from the various cult labels. Out of the last, actually not even the last, this one's been hanging around for a while. One of the previous Severin batches, I think it was their Black Friday, they did 10 or 12 films. The only one that caught my eye was Castle of the Creeping Flesh. When I watched the trailer that the Severin actually cut together, I was howling with laughter. It seemed so funny. It's not meant to be funny, but it looked brilliant, like overacting, and just it almost looked like Herschel Gordon Lewis level of filmmaking. It does say it has to be seen to be believed, so there you go. Haunted gothic tale of madness, lust, and blood-chilling horror. Great. It comes with a lovely little slip, but I do actually prefer the painted artwork, which is very nice. As it says on the back there, it is always entertaining. It's a German film, so it's got German and English audio. Hopefully it's got English subs, I assume it does. It actually just says German and English mono 2.0 soundtrack. Does not mention the subtitles, but it probably will. And it looks fun. The trailer, as I said, was crazy, so Castle of Creeping Flesh. Excited to check that one out. Alright, got the three Mondos. They came in yesterday. This is Queen of Evil, or Queens of Evil. This one sounds like an absolute riot. First of all, let's just admire this fantastic slip, because it's all about the slips, right? Fantastic. And instead of being the red case, they've gone for that sort of Criterion clear case, the full artwork coverage, which is very, very nice. And again, though, I prefer this art than the slip. Happens quite a lot. 2 disc limited set. So this film from Tonino Cervi, I'm probably saying it wrong. Italian film from 1970, and a bit of French, I believe. So apparently incredibly hard to see until this release. One of those very difficult to find a copy of on any format kind of films. I'm not sure what releases it has had worldwide. It's got Ray Lovelock in it from Let Sleeping Corpses Lie, which is an instant tick for me. And he encounters a flat tire in his fancy car, and ends up being rescued and spending a lot of time with 3 vixens that play games with him. And yeah, it sounds like he's just going to have a real terrible time with 3 beautiful women. What a shame. The Queens of Evil. Looks like it'll be fun. And the next one we got is an upgrade, Panic Beats. written and starring Paul Naschy. This is actually quite a good one. I have seen this one back on the Mondo DVD when it came out, but I don't recall a great deal about it, so it's going to be good to jump back into it again. So yes, starring Paul Naschy. So this is a Spanish film with English subs, which is very good. And reading a bit from the back, desperate to salvage his crumbling financial empire, Paul Marnac, which is Naschy, decides to kill his heiress wife and enlist the help of sexy, ambitious younger woman to help out. And unfortunately, one murder is not enough to satisfy the bloodlust and greed, so corpses start piling up. Panic beats. Yeah, that's going to be a fun one to rewatch. As I said, I don't remember much about it anymore, so there you go. Very cool, good stuff. The last Mondo, probably the first one I watch, is Blood Ceremony. Seems to be a Spanish-Italian take on the Elizabeth Bathory story. Set in 19th century Europe. Who's the star in this one? Lucia Bose. I probably got that quite wrong. Lucia Bose and Jorge Grau. Again, names are probably butchered. But yes, this one is with a countess that is unhappy with the process of aging and discovers that when a servant cuts themselves and blood drips on her skin, she gets youthful skin, and of course pursues this effort with more bodies and more blood to become youthful Elizabeth Bathory. So very interesting. I'm going to check this one out and see how that movie is. Blood Ceremony. Got the new Vinegar Syndromes in as well. We got Dark Tower, which for me is a Laserdisc upgrade. Another one of those sort of crazy murderous buildings. It's a little bit like The Lift, I remember. Slip and the other artwork. That was what the Laserdisc had. I really liked the artwork of this one though, and it's got this smooth texture on the photo there on the back. I don't know if that's going to come across, but yeah, very, very cool. Read a bit from the back on this one. A recently completed luxury high-rise in the centre of Barcelona becomes the scene of an apparent accident, that's in inverted commas, causes the death of a construction worker, and people start looking into it. Grizzled cop, I like grizzled cops, private security consultant decide to launch their investigation into the mysterious goings-on in the building. So as I said, possessed, terrible building. The Dark Tower, there's certain things living in it that probably shouldn't be there. The next one, this is one I believe it's saved from VHS for the first time ever. This is Cthulhu Mansion, one that I remember seeing the US cover like so for quite a long time. I think this was a save from VHS. I'm not entirely sure there was a DVD before this. But yeah, this one is a drug deal goes wrong. A group of punks attempt to flee a local amusement park, taking a mysterious old magician named Chandu, what a good name for a magician, and his beautiful daughter hostage. Trying to evade the police, the punks force Chandu to take them to his secluded mansion where they plan to seek refuge for the night, etc., etc. Obsession with black arts, occult, oh dear, it's all going to go terrible. Terrorize and kill trespassers. Survivors desperately attempt to uncover the horrifying secrets along with Chandu's own dark past. So there you go, Cthulhu Mansion. When was this? This is from 1990. It's actually fairly recent for a Vinegar Syndrome title, so there you go. Has a bit of, from what I understand, sort of an 80s gore and aesthetic to it. So yeah, looking forward to checking this one out, Cthulhu Mansion. A pretty cool slip on this one too. Though I do enjoy this original cover because that's what I remember seeing for some time around on the interwebs. Next one, another upgrade. This is Carlos Puerto's Satan's Blood. I'm pretty sure this is the one that caused my Vinegar Syndrome box to be inspected by quarantine. There was a lovely letter inside the box that wasn't inspected by customs, but it was inspected by quarantine because systems apparently gone off. And they thought there was something hideous in there. Perhaps they thought there was Satan's blood. But anyway, nice slip on this one. It's got this, I'm not entirely sure what the story is here, but there's a smooth thing on the back here that says classificada. Classification? I don't know. Classification S? I don't know what that is. probably an old rating system, but anyway, cool slip on that one. And the other title, Escala Fear. Oh god, I can't even say it. But anyway, yeah, this one from, as I said, Carlos Puerto, and I'll read a little bit from the back. Chance encounter with a mysterious couple claiming to be old friends. Invited to spend the evening at a beautiful old villa. The night winds down. They begin to sense there are some strange things going on around them. They agree to sleep over and then find themselves unwittingly pulled into a series of bizarre sexual encounters, which they slowly discover are part of the satanic rituals by the Prince of Darkness. Satan's blood. There's a fantastic photo here at the back with Guy's head in a pile of meat, so that's fantastic. What year is this? 1978. Comes with a 45-minute Spanish documentary on the making of it, which is really cool. Check that one out. New 4K scan from the 35mm original camera negative, so you can't get much better than that. Cool to check this one out. Again, the DVD was, I think, it wasn't a code red, I think it was a Scorpion title, so there you go, that is an upgrade onto blue of Satan's blood. And the last one from Reading a Syndrome is Edgar Allan Poe's The House of Usher on VSA, double-sided art. Which number did I end up getting on this thing? I think I'll tell you somewhere. Oh, that's right. 2324 was the version that I got. I love these vertical slip boxes. Anyway, there's the other artwork. So this version of the film is from 1989. I've never seen this one. I've seen, of course, the earlier Roger Corman version, and this one's from Alan Birkinshaw. So yeah, keen to see his take on the House of Usher, how it differs from the previous ones. Contemporary is the word that it says on the back here, so that will take it away from the when was the old one sent? In the 1800s, I think, maybe even before that. So contemporary 1989 House of Usher should be interesting. Check that one out. Well, every man and his dog was after this friggin' next movie on the day of release. It had sold out by the manufacturer on their website, and then when it actually was released to stores, apparently there were queues at 9 AM to get them, and then all the stores were stripped clean. Now this doesn't happen in Australia anymore, so that was very interesting. And that is for the new imprint title of Black Sunday, which is a worldwide Blu-ray debut of this film, directed by John Frankenheimer in 1976. One of those films I've been very curious about for years, but never actually got around to. I'm not sure what previous editions there have been on this. I presume there's a DVD in some territory, likely in the US, but something I've never seen before. But it's based on the true story of Black September terrorist groups trying to blow up the Goodyear blimp at the Super Bowl. So yeah, apparently it's very well regarded, enough that there were sellouts at 9 AM on the day of release. That's the original art. Very cool. And I'm very much enjoying these releases from imprint. It's Extra the Mutilator. I was talking to him and he said it's like our own local version of Kino Lorber, and I think that's a very correct way of looking at this. Like, not quite a Criterion or a Eureka, they're more KL. They do such a wide range of films. So yeah, I think that's a really good comparison. Black Sunday, it could be tomorrow. If you're going to try and get this tomorrow, you're out of luck because it's gone. But if you're just after the film, you don't need the fancy slip, just hang on for a couple of months because they are releasing them all again, just regular editions. So nothing to worry about there. Very cool, Black Sunday. And the next one, this is one I also got from my DVD warehouse find yesterday, and had just fallen into that pile of 88 films that I'm like, I should get it. I just can't bring myself to pay for it right now. And that went on for a full year, but then it was sitting there in front of me for $20. So there we go, the Anaconda Quadrilogy. Main reason I got this is because I have never seen the fourth film, Trail of Blood. I had the local Australian trilogy set, 1, 2 and 3. The third film, Offspring, has got what's his name, the Hoff in the film, but the fourth one, Trail of Blood, yeah, I've never seen that one, so curious to check these ones out. See what they're all like in HD as well. Strange set, I would have thought, for 88 to do. Like, maybe the first film. It's more like an Arrow kind of title, perhaps. But then the sequels? I don't know. Because the sequels are all Sci-Fi Channel films. Nice fold-out thing. And I think they realised it too, because this is still available, but they've reissued just the first film by itself. Oops, upside down. So there you go, nice wraparound thing. You got the booklet, film 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 on its combined blue, which is about what they deserve, smashed together on the one disc. But yeah, very cool and a very strange release to see, particularly from a bigger company like 88 Films. It's even got a Sony logo on the back and a Columbia Pictures logo for 4 Anaconda films. How glorious is that? So there you go, Anaconda Quadrilogy, finally in my 88 Films collection. And the last Blu-ray I will be showing today is, oh man, I'm so stoked that this existed. Another one that X Trailer Mutilator pointed out to me existed, and I hunted and I found it. These things are kind of difficult to get in Australia now. Amazon Germany doesn't ship to us directly. A lot of the German niche film companies are very, very high on their shipping rates. Very hard to get these media books. But it showed up on eBay, brand new. Double Target. Bruno Mattei's Double Target. Rescued from Japanese VHS onto Blu-ray. They've even used the same Japanese art. There's a few variants because it's a media book. They always do multiple variant covers, but I was stoked. I can't believe this. Now, the same company has released Robo War and Shocking Dark. So I reckon you're going to see this from Severin this year. That's my money. I reckon Double Target from Severin. You're probably going to see me showing that in an update in June or July. I'm putting it out there. Number 97 out of 100 for this particular cover edition I got. Have a hunt around if you're after Double Target. I mean, it's a fantastically fun Bruno Mattei jungle shoot 'em up film with Miles O'Keefe and Donald Pleasance and Bo Svensson. There's the back. It's in some kind of range, number 2 in this Barnoff's Kino range, which I think I've been told means something like underground cinema. So very cool. The print is it looks like what Severin would use before they've cleaned it up. So it's got vertical lines and scratch marks and things like that, which Severin would then take another pass at. So, you know, still very cool. And it does look good and sharp. It's just, you know, obviously a grainy print that they've used. So there's the blue. You get a booklet here, Rambo auf Italienisch, which is obviously going to be about all kinds of Italian rip-offs of Rambo films, which I would love to read. But the damn thing's, of course, in German, and of absolutely no use to me. So I just look at some of the pretty pictures and get slightly annoyed that I can't read it. Amazing. Bit of Mike Monty there. And you get the DVD of the film. And as always happens with these media books, you get a bonus film. In this time, it's a DVD of The Firing Line, which is a red-brown film, which is good. Full screen, I think I checked it out, it was full screen, but it's the sharpest I've ever seen it, so it's a nice print. And that's a lesser quality jungle film, but it's entertaining enough, The Firing Line. Certainly for a free film with Double Target, very, very happy to get this on Blu-ray. Last but not least, we've got 3 books to take a look at. These 3 all came from that same DVD warehouse. The guy got in a bunch of books from someone's collection. I was stoked. Particularly when I saw this one in the pile. This is the Lucio Fulci Beyond the Gates, Chaz Ballum, little mini book that he put out probably in the late 80s, maybe 1990s, something like that. Just amazing. Chaz Ballum is the guy that did the Deep Red magazine and Deep Red books. Let's just have copyright. 1996. Oh my god, it's actually later than I thought. He did Gore Score, More Gore Score, and obviously the Deep Red books. So this is his version on the history of Fulci. Got some imagery, his write-up, and very nice. And of course, this kind of thing is, you know, well, I'm going to show some things like that. Has been done again and again and again. The giant Iban book by Stephen Thrower is obviously, like, you know, the top tier Fulci book. But it's really nice to have these little ones as well. And yeah, very cool. I'm just really happy to have it. Beyond the Gates, Lucio Fulci, a tribute to the maestro by Chaz Ballum. Very, very nice. 2 more books, both by the same author. I'd seen this cover around for a very long time, and again, just glad to pick it up. God, it's so cheap. This is Troy Howarth's Splintered Visions, Lucio Fulci and his films. So covering the same ground again. Big book. Very nice. All kinds of Lucio Fulci stuff in here. Very in-depth, it seems. Lots of photos. Covering not just the horror films, got some of the early sex comedies and things in there. I think it looks pretty chronological to me. So yeah, that's going to be a fun one to go through. Very cool. Very happy to pick this one up. When did this come out? Came out by Midnight Marquee Press. I'm not sure of the year. Recent enough, maybe 2000-ish or something. 2017 apparently, this edition. I'm sure it's older than that, but anyway. Splintered Visions, Lucio Fulci and his films. Very happy to pick it up, and again, got this super cheap. But the main book I wanted to pick up was also by Troy Howarth. Is the third in his series. So deadly, so perverse. His giant books about the giallo Italian films. I picked up parts 1 and part 2 in the past, and they're very, very good. This is volume 3. Giallo style films from around the world, so we're starting to leave Italy a bit in this one. I'll read a little bit from the back on it. It talks about the 60s and the 70s films, and then Mario Bava, Dario Argento, Lucio Fulci. But this third volume shines light on some of the lesser known films that follow the slasher boom, and covering titles produced anywhere from America, Great Britain to Turkey and Japan, the final volume in the trilogy. So final summation on everything. Very happy to get this one. I like the blood splattered boob over there, and it's in colour, so very nice. Nice big writing for my glasses, which is really good. And yeah, this is going to be a great detailed read. And the reason I'm really happy to pick this up is his books, I don't know, there must be the way that they get printed, they must be in small runs, but look, the retail price on the back is $60 for this. I'm not saying it's not worth it, but geez, that's a lot of money for a soft cover book. $60 is the retail. It usually is on Amazon for about 80 Australian or 90. Got it for 30 Australian, which is an absolute steal. So yeah, very happy to pick it up. So Deadly, So Perverse, Volume 3. And that is it. That is my movie and book update. I hope you all enjoyed. See you next time.